The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Go Racing. I'm Danny Gibson here with Dick Girardi. We're at beautiful Parx Racing first floor, and we're going to head down to Gulfstream for their Pegasus World Cup and the World Cup Turf, and out to Oaklawn for the Smarty Jones for 3-year-olds. But first, we have big news to bring to you.
Yes, we do.
Champion 2-year-old filly VQuest. Huge congratulations to their connections trainer Butch, owners Gary Barber, Adam Wachtell, and Tom McGrath. So big congratulations for them on their Eclipse win.
Right now, it's the second time in 3 years the 2-year-old filly champion has come right out of here at Parx. 2 years ago, of course, 3 years ago it was Jaywalk. Now it's VQuest, and she is training obviously for her 3-year-old season. And Danny, her debut will be on February 25th at Gulfstream in the Devona Dale as they can try to run her into the Kentucky Oaks. But yeah, great congratulations to Butch and Jenny Reed, because they have been in this game a long time. To have their first champion, it's got to be quite a thrill.
Such a thrill. I know they work really hard, and she might even run back into Day Out at the Office, who's been training down at Tampa, and that they said that the Devona Dale might be their first start, or they may opt to go out to Oaklawn to avoid VQuest.
Yeah, I mean, they ran 1-2 obviously the wrong way in the Frizette, and then for us here at Parx, they ran the right way 1-2 in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
What a good group of fillies, though. Huge congratulations to them. Let's get to some local racing here. Monday's 9th race was an allowance going 5 furlongs, $45,000 purse here at Parx.
Yeah, wide open field on paper, Danny. The favorite, This Cat Can Jump. 4 for 17 lifetime from my man, Scott Lake.
Really neat group of horses. We have one scratch. Co-favorites, number 3, Midtown Charlie Brown, and Admiral Abe were the 2 second choice favorites.
Yeah, Midtown Charlie Brown, we know all about him. He's won $500,000. I mean, just the son of Uptown Charlie Brown. Now 7 years old. How did that happen? I mean, I know he's been running for a while. 25 lifetime starts, 11 wins. Admiral Abe, last race no good, but going longer. This back to a shorter race. Looks like maybe potentially the speed. 5 for 18 for our man Bobby Moscow.
Let's get to the race.
It's Admiral Abe that kicks on. Around the turn they go. Admiral Abe by 3 parts of a length. No longer silent on the outside. Second, Midtown Charlie Brown's trying to punch through in between rivals about today's out wide of him. As they come to the top of the stretch, This Cat Can Jump is 5th. Towards the inside, Infuriated. And Gold Rush Dancer continues to trail the field. 22-2. They straighten away for the stretch drive. Admiral Abe now looks to get away. Admiral Abe leads it by 3. Midtown Charlie Brown moves up into second. No longer silent. Levels out wide. Infuriated trying to close up the inside with This Cat Can Jump, but Admiral Abe is striding away powerfully. They come down to the finish. Admiral Abe, an easy winner.
Our boy Admiral Abe, he liked that 5 furlongs. Woo, they were flying.
Yeah, did he ever, by 8 3/4 at the wire, 57.60. I mean, boy, 6 in front at the 8th pole, never close. A blowout for Admiral Abe.
Nice claim, $25,000 claimed off Michael Stidham, who we know is nice horses.
Yep.
And Midtown Charlie Brown with a nice second. This horse has made such a nice career out of winning those PA bred stakes.
Yeah, they've done a great job with Midtown Charlie Browns. All those Charlie Brown horses just keep firing.
This Cat Can Jump came in 3rd. And I just want to point out some of these horses in here. One was making his first start here in the U.S. from Argentina about today. And Gold Rush Dancer was in the breeding shed. He has about 60 foals on the ground. So came back out of the breeding shed. So just a neat group of horses.
That's a very cool story. We love it when they just hang out for a while and then they come back and run.
Time to head to our first break. When we come back, we're going to get to some national coverage. We're going to go down to Gulfstream for a $3 million race, the Pegasus World Cup. Stick around on Let's Go Racing.
Next go with that high cruising speed. He's into the backstretch on top 3 parts of a length.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parx Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parx Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parx Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in a Parx Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parx Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stables.
Breeding thoroughbreds is a complicated business, but one that is done for the love of the horse and the sport of horse racing. Founded in 1948, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association is a not-for-profit organization focused on the breeding and care of thoroughbred horses. PHBA is responsible for managing all aspects of the Pennsylvania Breeding Fund and the official registration, marketing, and promotion of Pennsylvania-bred thoroughbred racehorses. PHBA works with industry leaders to help bring reform and benefits to breeders, owners, racetracks, and the general public. Breeding thoroughbreds is a unique and gratifying lifestyle, one that allows participants an experience unmatched in its emotional intensity and in the enduring social relationships it forges. Whether you're currently a breeder or considering getting involved in this exciting industry, the Pennsylvania Horse Breeders Association can help in your quest to master the complexities of breeding a thoroughbred.
Welcome back on Let's Go Racing. This segment's brought to you by our Chapman Auto Group. If their emblem's not on the back of your car and truck, you probably did pay too much. So let's get to some national coverage. We're going to head to Gulfstream for the $3 million Pegasus World Cup. What a race. It was a 1.8 miles on the dirt. Our favorite, Knicks Go.
Yeah, last time we saw Knicks Go, Danny, he was winning the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. He won a 1/2 mile in 44.2 that day and kept on going. The track was really souped up. Set a track record. He just set one prior to that, going 1 mile and 1/16 at Keeneland. Now it's 1 mile and 1/8. He's going to be on the lead. There were people saying, well, he hasn't raced at Gulfstream. He hasn't gone 1 mile and 1/8. What does that mean? He was loose on the lead. He's undefeated and really untested in 3 races for Brad Cox. I didn't see how he was going to lose, frankly.
Our second favorite was Code of Honor at 4-1 for Shug McGahee.
Yeah, Code of Honor's had a neat career. 15 starts, 6 wins, 4 seconds, 2.6 million. Travers, Jockey Club Gold Cup. I mean, he's won some big ones, but last year was just an okay year. 5 starts, a win, 2 seconds, and a third.
Excellent beginning for the big favorite Knicks Go, and Joel Rosario will waste no time on making him on the lead here. 3 wide in last judgment from between tacks. The pace is pretty quick early as Independence Hall is 4th down toward the inside. Followed 5th by Jesus' team, then it's Mr. Freeze and Coastal Defense. The Maryland-based Harper's First Ride is mid-flight, but better than 8 lengths behind. 1.5 lengths to Code of Honor, then it's 2 more to Sleepy Eyes Todd. He races along 10th. 11th is Kiss Today Goodbye, and Math Wizard is 12th and last, and better than 15 lengths off the lead of Knicks Go. Knicks Go with that high cruising speed. He's into the backstretch on top 3 parts of a length. Last Judgment tries to keep the pressure on second. Down at the rail, Independence Hall follows along in 4th with Tax in early 4th. Back to 5th goes Jesus' team. Then it's Mr. Freeze and Coastal Defense. Racing between them and Harper's First Ride. 1.5 lengths to Code of Honor. Then it's a gap of another 5 to Sleepy Eyes Todd. The 2 at the back are Math Wizard and Kiss Today Goodbye with 1/2 mile left to race. The opening 1/2 mile was 46 seconds flat as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. It's still Knicks Go the target. He leads by 1.5 lengths. Toward the rail, it's Independence Hall from between horses. Last Judgment begins to drop back. Tax is 3 wide. Then it's Jesus' team. A gap of 3 more to Code of Honor, who gets underway, passing Mr. Freeze and Coastal Defense. Sleepy Eyes Todd better than 10 lengths off the lead. Math Wizard and Kiss Today Goodbye are next with 1/4 mile left to go. Joel Rosario has not moved his hands, and Knicks Go continues to roll on the top end. Into the stretch drive on top by 3 with 1/8 mile more to get. Here's Jesus' team down the center trying to make a late impression with Independence Hall. Final 1/16 of a mile. It's all about Knicks Go. Knicks Go makes it 4 in a row. A Breeders' Cup, a Pegasus World Cup, and a slam dunk.
Knicks Go got it done, gate to wire.
Yeah, there was really never a doubt. Once he made the lead, it was just a question, is he going to come out of the gate for me? Because this is now 4 for 4 for Brad Cox. Jesus' team second in the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile at 62-1. Second again here. He comes on late, but Knicks Go completely dominated the race. Now the question is, what's next? Could it be the Saudi Cup against Charlatan, where both of them are super fast? Dubai World Cup? But boy, it's wide open for Knicks Go the rest of the year. You got to think Brad Cox is thinking end of the year at Del Mar, Breeders' Cup Classic. Did anybody see any reason why he wouldn't go farther if he makes the league like that? I didn't.
I mean, he was pressed. Joel gave him a perfect ride, kept going. And how legit is Jesus' team? This horse has been showing up, and just shows his Preakness was not a fluke.
Yeah, by no means is interesting, because I thought his last race, Danny, in that Claiming Crown Jewel, he was asked to run from the 3/8 pole. I said, there is no way he's coming back here and running better, and he did.
We're going to stay in Gulfstream for the Pegasus World Cup Turf, a mile and 3/16. Todd Pletcher sent out a very nice trio. Colonel Liam's our favorite, the number 5 horse at 5-2.
Yeah, he most recently won the Tropical Park Derby the day after Christmas, Danny, and it just looks like this horse is getting better and better. Just turned 4. Largent for Todd, ran huge to win the Fort Lauderdale, got a real pace in front of him. Social Paranoia is the 3rd Todd horse, and Todd is already having a big day heading into the Pegasus Turf.
Let's check out the race.
As they race around the first turn, Storm the Court in front, 3 parts of length. On the outside, Another Twist of Fate is second. Paco Lopez has Largent third at the inside, followed out 3 wide by Social Paranoia. Then it's Pixelate, Say the Word is caught wide on the course. Meanwhile, that's Colonel Liam who rides the rail. Cross Border is sandwiched between horses. Then it's back to Breaking the Rules from between horses and Aquaphobia. Next Shares is still racing 11th, but he's not far away, no more than 6 lengths off the lead. And at the back of the field is North Dakota, but he has no more than 8 lengths to make up to the opening half mile in 48-3. That after an opening quarter of 23-2. They're inside half a mile from home in the 2021 Pegasus World Cup Turf. Storm the Court has been in front from the outset. He leads by a neck. 3 wide, Social Paranoia from between horses, Another Twist of Fate. Largent still in end of the bit here. He's 4th at the inside, followed 3 wide by Say the Word, then Pixelate. Irad Ortiz Jr. needs to find some racetrack for Colonel Liam. The big favorite is sequestered down at the inside. He's trying to work to the outside and get into gear as they're at the top of the stretch. It's Another Twist of Fate who's up to take the lead, tackled by Social Paranoia. Largent's at the rail, and Colonel Liam is loose now. And here he comes, Colonel Liam, charging hard down the center. Colonel Liam is up for the lead. Largent tries to run with him. Todd Pletcher 1-2, but Colonel Liam wins the Pegasus Turf.
Todd Pletcher with the exacta, almost getting the trifecta there.
Yeah, Colonel Liam was really good, as was Largent. They run 1-2. Todd, as we said, had a gigantic day. And this was a huge day, and it's become like a thing, Danny. It's the first big racing day of the year every year. They came up with this idea for the Pegasus several years ago at Gulfstream. It's on NBC Sports. You know, we've had Gun Runner, we've had Arrogate, we've had City of Light, we've had some really outstanding horses. Knicks Go is going to go right along with winning the Pegasus Dirt. And the turf horses, I mean, a couple of years ago, we had what ended up being the horse of the year won this race. So it's been a very good thing for the sport, and hopefully it continues.
Yeah, it's definitely keeping these stars in the sport racing longer, so love to see that. You know, back to Colonel Liam, he was the most expensive horse in that field, $1.2 million. The connections that they bought him for the Kentucky Derby, and here he's turning into this turf superstar. So it'd be really interesting to see where they go. I know Todd said the main goal is the Woodford Reserve on Derby Day, not knowing what to do in between, but exciting. What a beautiful gray.
And he's by Liam's map. Of course, Todd trained, won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. Yeah, you're looking at the pedigree, you're thinking dirt, but it's turf, and obviously that's where they'll stay for a while.
We're going to head out to Oaklawn Park for 3-year-olds in the Smarty Jones, going a mile for $150,000.
Yeah, and Caddo River is the huge favorite. He was listed at 5-2 in the morning line. I wish they'd have let me bet this horse at 5-2. He went off at 3-5, Danny, off a maiden win at Churchill for that man Brad Cox. Again, of course, won with Knicks Go and the Pegasus. And it looks like Lone Speed and Florent Giroux and Brad Cox are some combination.
Second choice was Cohen for Steve Asmussen with Ricardo Santana.
Yeah, this is an okay dirt horse. I would say he's better on the turf. I think Steve was just looking for a race for him. Competitive, but boy, it's going to be some deal to try to catch Caddo River.
Caddo River is going to take the lead. Hardly Swayed is a pumped up and tugging second. Then comes Cowan and Moonlight Strike. Cowan had to check off of the heels of Hardly Swayed, who is unmanageable to the backstretch. No good for Cowan. Martini Blue races at the rail, then Lawlessness, and the early trailer is Big Thorn. To the backstretch they run, and Caddo River cleared the trouble, and he's got the lead to the backstretch, and he strides along 2 lengths in front of Hardly Suede, who has now settled down a bit in second. Then comes Martini Blue at the rail with Moonlight Strike just outside of him. Cowan is between those two. He's 5th and about 4 from the front, 2 in front of Lawlessness, and the trailer is still Big Thorn. They run past the half-mile pole. The finish line is the 16th pole, and here they are going into the far turn in the 14th. Smarty Jones with Caddo River in a high cruising speed. Caddo River leads by 2 lengths. Now make it 2.5. Now make it 3. Now make it 3.5. Caddo River tries to get away at the top of the stretch. Martini Blue and Cowan are racing 2nd and 3rd. That's all for Hardly Suede. Next it's Moonlight Strike and Big Thorn, and Caddo River is dominating at the top of the stretch. It is Caddo River. He has built up a 6 or 7 length advantage. Cowan is racing in second, but Caddo River has leveled out, and he is running strongly to the wire. It is Caddo River now double digits in front. Caddo River and the Smarty Jones straight and strong.
Caddo River just widening his stride, just a huge lead, just a decisive winner for this horse.
Yeah, this was kind of never in doubt. I mean, it was close on paper as they were going around the track, but you could see this horse was always going to win. 10 1/4 at the finish, 92 Beyer, clearly on the Triple Crown trail for this horse. And I would think maybe the Rebel would be next, stay at Oaklawn, and then Brad would have to make up his mind. Does he want to go to the Bluegrass? Does he want to stay at Oaklawn for the Arkansas Derby? But clearly this horse is on the path to try to get to the first Saturday in May.
Second choice favorite Cohen got 2nd, and rounding out 3rd was Big Thorn. So Steve Asmussen got 2nd and 3rd.
He is amazing. I mean, the guy he's going to get the all-time wins sometime this year. He's over 9,000 now. It's just a question of when he becomes number 1. And you know what? When he becomes number 1, it's going to be a long time before anybody catches him, if ever.
Definitely going full steam. When we come back, we're going to get to our jockey and trainer of the week and some race recap here on Let's Go Racing.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings. Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stables.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Our jockey and trainer of the week is brought to you by Turning for Home, our racehorse retirement program here at Parks Racing, safely retiring horses for over 11 years now here at Parks. So our jockey of the week is our man Angel Castillo. 4-win day on Monday, 2 wins on Tuesday, and nothing slowing him down.
Yeah, that's a heck of a couple of days, 6 wins out here with the competition that every day and how many good jockeys are here. So easily the jockey of the week for Angel.
Definitely one of our veteran riders. His sons made jokes. I used to see them jogging out on the track with him that they can't even keep up with him. He's just such an athlete. His daughter Meyerling is his agent, so keeping it in the family.
Very cool.
Well done to him. We're actually going to stay with Team Venezuela. Our trainer of the week is Mario Dominguez. Last 6 starts, 1, 2, 3, all in the money. So very well done for him and his barn.
And that's what you like to see as a bettor, somebody who's consistent. You can count on him being in the exacta or the trifecta.
Yeah, definitely don't count him out, the black and turquoise. We're going to get to Race Recap, brought to you by Pewter Stable. Check them out at pewterstable.com. Definitely a great way to get in the game and become an owner today. We're going to head to Gulfstream Park for the Grade 3 Fred Hooper 1 mile, $125,000 purse.
Yeah, and Performer is the big favorite here, Danny, and he's always in this race like from the start. And last time he missed the break in the Cigar Mile when he finished 3rd after a 5-race winning streak. It looks like he's going to win at the top of the stretch, like pretty convincingly. But man, I Have a Jedi just will not give up. and these two are going to run right to the wire together. Performer's going to get up late to win by a neck for that man, Joel Rosario.
Yeah, I have to say, Eye of the Jetty was super impressive. Just every inch stayed with Performer, even split horses down there. So one to look out for trainer Steve Budho. Very, very awesome. And the 6 horse is going to get third, Avant Garde. This is an interesting horse.
He is an interesting horse. It's a good race. I mean, Avant Garde came right up the rail for my man Gustavo Delgado.
We're going to stay at Gulfstream Park and go to the inside information. Grade 2 going 7 furlongs for fillies and mares.
Yeah, and here's our Parks alum. Cinnabunny is the favorite. Remember, she had run here for Kate DeMasi, was sold privately, ran once for Brad Cox, is in a speed duel with the other favorite, This Is My Time. And unfortunately, because she's in this speed duel, Danny, it ends up setting it up for a horse I could never have had in a million years. Pacific Gale is closing down the center of the track at 16-1 for Johnny Velasquez to win it all.
So rooting for PA bred Cinnabunny. It looked like she was going to draw off. You know, 7 furlongs has never been her favorite. Also, these horses are running without Lasix. Not sure if that was anything. I don't think it mattered to her, but she was definitely pressed. But yeah, Pacific Gale. I heard a lot of the TVG people saying that they use this horse every time, and she always lets them down, and today was her day.
Well, I don't know why they would have ever used her. She hadn't won a race in 2 years. She was 0 for her last 15. I have no idea why she won.
John Kimmel, he definitely does a good job with these fillies and mares sprinting. So it was Pacific Gale, This My Time getting second for Kathleen O'Connell, and the 5, Pieti Bianchi for Steve Placeris getting third.
Right, and I think give Cinnabunny another chance. That was just the wrong situation, as Danny just said. If she's loose in the lead there, she probably wins the race.
Absolutely. See those big bunny ears flickering. We're going to stay in Gulfstream for their big day. The W.L. McKnight, Grade 3, 1.5 miles on the turf.
Yeah, you got to love a 1.5 mile race. It's funny, I really like Doswell, who was the favorite here, but all day long I was getting rides that I did not expect. I thought he was going to be on the lead. Instead, Tide of the Sea, the 7, for Mike Maker and Tyler Gaffalione had a 4-win day. Just never going to give up the lead. They could have gone like 8 miles, and they were not getting by Tide of the Sea at 4-1. Ends up winning pretty convincingly in the end.
I mean, this is a huge horse. He was down on the inside, but he had, like you said, something left.
He did.
It was actually a Mike Maker Exacta. His other horse got second.
Temple, yeah, the 4 horse was second, and my horse, Doswell, again, just not the ride I expected. Ran well, but finished third.
But all the turf superstars were in this race. Channel Maker, Sadler's Joy, all the favorites. So this was a good race as well.
Channel Maker and Sadler's Joy, I've said this before on the show, Danny, whenever they're in the race, you just have to bet against them because they always get bet and they're always coming from behind, and I don't like them anytime. Yeah, they win sometimes, but not with my money.
Yeah, they do find some trouble, but I'm always rooting for them. It's time for Eye on Racing. Huge day at Gulfstream Park again. They're going to have 5 big Grade 3. Their Holy Bull, the Swale, the Forward Gal, the Kitten's Joy Stakes, and the Swedish Champ. They're both on the turf, so big day again for them.
So we're talking the early 3-year-olds. You're not going to see the better 3-year-olds out yet, but yeah, the Holy Bull, who knows? Maybe we'll see a horse and he develops over time. The Swale used to be a Derby prep. It really isn't anymore, even though it's for 3-year-olds, but it's getting to be that time of year, Danny. We're at the end of January. It means February right around the corner.
Aqueduct's going to have their Grade 3 Toboggan Stakes, and Sam Houston has their big weekend. Houston Racing Festival, and there's going to be a special guest there.
Yeah, you know who's going to be working. So if you're turning on the simulcast, Keith Jones will be working at Sam Houston. He lives about an hour away from the track, and he'll be there as one of their analysts for their big day at Sam Houston.
Definitely a great asset for them. Their announcer, Chris Griffin, they do a great job, so big day for them. Oaklawn Park's going to be rocking with the American Beauty Stakes, and the Martha Washington, another 3-year-old prep for the fillies, so some competition for Vequist possibly.
Yeah, we'll have no shortage of options to show you all next week on the show.
We're going to head to our final break. When we get back, news and notes here on Let's Go Racing. Don't go anywhere.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back on Let's Go Racing. Our news and notes brought to you by the Granny Fund, funding helping continuing education here for our backstretch community. First, we have some sad news to bring to you. Owner Danny Limongelli did die a few Mondays ago, so very sad.
Right, he had a winner the first race that day, and then sadly he died later that afternoon at Wilkes-Barre General. I wrote about it for Let'sGoRacingParks.com this week, and everybody remembers his best horse, Banjo Picker, claimed for $15,000 by Danny and his trainer Steve Krebs back in '04. Won over $600,000, a great PA pred. They were hoping to win the A other than that. They won a whole lot more than that. And Danny everybody knew him. He's a great guy. He will definitely be missed around here. And unfortunately for us, he's not the only legendary kind of name out here at Parks that we lost last week.
No, longtime trainer Tony Careni did pass away in his home. Tony was in his 90s and very beloved back here. His son Armin is still training here, so our thoughts out to him and his family at this time.
Yeah, no question, and they're guys whose memories we'll keep with us forever out here at Parks.
Huge legacies. We just want to again congratulate our girl Vequist for 2-year-old champion for the Eclipse, and huge accomplishment for the trainer Butch Reed and his family.
Yeah, there's no question. Look, I've known Butch and his older brother Mark for years. Mark, of course, was the longtime fixture out here. Mark was the all-time leading trainer out here until Scott Lake passed him. And of course, Butch has had a great run here, and it's neat for the family. They're Jersey guys, supported racing around here forever, and for the family to have their first champion. Mark had some really good horses. He did not have a champion. Now Butch has one. It's really cool. And the fact that Ginny's there, and Ginny's been with this filly ever since she's been in Florida. We really look forward to Vequist in 2021.
Even their exercise rider, Teresa, went down there. They don't want to change anything. They're looking for a big 3-year-old campaign, so very excited for them. Can't wait to celebrate with them and see her next start in the Devona Dale, so very exciting. Well, thanks so much for joining us on this great week of Let's Go Racing. We look forward to seeing you next week. Come join us out at Parks. We race Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, post time at 12:25. Thanks, Dick, and see you guys next week.
Absolutely.